There was no question about that. It was my father, Lou, who was just about the best country cricketer, around about Depression years and before that. Best country cricketer in New South Wales. He was an outstanding player. And when he was a kid at Parramatta High School, in his last year, he took all 20 wickets in a match playing for Penrith against Waratahs. And it was a brilliant thing. They asked him then to play first grade, last match of the season, against Randwick at the SCG, so that was a great thrill for him also. When he left the country areas, he came up to Sydney and worked at Burnside School as a teacher, and he then played for Central Cumberland, went straight into Central Cumberland first grade, and it was a terrific thing for him. And he and I played first grade together. And then he retired from first grade a few years later, asked to go down to the lower grades, and that was to help the young players down there. And he had a great love of the game. He instilled that into my brother John and to me. Two in particular, because they were two who were better than I was. One was Bruce Doolan, the other was Doug Ring. Now Doolan came to me on the Saturday night of the Australian-Nottinghamshire match at Trent Bridge in 1956, and he said, "I watched your bowling," he said, "You're going along all right." He said, "Would you like to learn the flipper?" And he had a wonderful flipper. He changed his run-up and action to accommodate the flipper. The leg spinner bowls a variety of balls. A leg break is with the back of your hand facing your face. A top spinner, the back of the hand is facing the sky, and a wrong one, it's facing the ground. Then there's the slider, which has been developed over the years, and Shane Warne bowled a beautiful slider, and I bowled it very well. So on the Monday morning, Bruce Doolan had arranged a net about 7:30 in the morning before anyone else was there, and he showed me for an hour how to bowl the flipper, which really comes from underneath the hand. It's flipped out like that from underneath the hand. So it's sort of leg break positioning of the hand, and then the flipper flips out. And he made me promise that I would work on it in the nets and wouldn't use it in a match until I believed that I had it right. So it was 15 months before I used it in a match. It was in Kitwe in Northern Rhodesia at the start of that South African tour. And I got 9 for 16 and 5 of them with the flipper. The most challenging time I'd ever been through. We went to Pakistan at the start of that tour. We played 3 matches. We'd been promised there would be no matting pitches. Unfortunately, their facts seemed to break down when we were seeking written assurances of that. All we got was Ella Barnes was told that it wouldn't be a problem, that they say there'll be no matting pitches, so there'll be no matting pitches. There's a very good phrase to discount that, which I used to Barnesy a couple of times, but it doesn't deserve to be on this program. Sam Loxton did something on that tour that was so brilliant, and it was to do with matting pitches. President Eisenhower was at the match, the 3rd game in Karachi, and he was sitting there in his Pakistan blazer with a Pakistan cap on, and there was Field Marshal Ayub Khan. So I got up and made sure that Eisenhower and Sam could be there. Eisenhower, Sam and Ayub Khan. Then I sat next to Ayub Khan. We chatted away, and Eisenhower said, it seems a bit strange to me. He said, I've seen cricket, but it's played on grass. But this is played on a sort of a coir mat type thing. Is that correct? And Sam said, "Yes, Mr. President, that's so." Eisenhower said, "So why is that? Is it to make things a bit different? Oh yes, Sam said. He said, if President Ayub Khan will forgive me, it's to make sure that Pakistan have a better chance of winning matches, because they know how to bowl on the mat and they know how to bat on it. No other country uses the mat. And Eisenhower said, General, is that true? And Ayub Khan said, that may well be true, Mr. President, but I guarantee you that after today in this match, there will be no more test matches played in Pakistan on matting. And that was true. No more test matches since that game in Karachi. So Sam was brilliant, and I was very pleased to have Eisenhower there as well. The Don came to me and said, this is such a wonderful series. He said, I've gone to Ernie McCormack and told him I want him to make a trophy. And it's going to be the Frank Worrell Trophy. And Ernie is working on it at the moment. When it's finished, I'll tell the rest of the board about it. And that was how it was done. I don't know what the rest of the board would have said, but somewhere they'd have been a bit picky, and that was the way it worked. The ceremony was wonderful, and then I suppose there'd be about 25,000 people there, and there wasn't much of the game left there. And it was a stirring time, as was the motorcade and the procession down the Melbourne streets. That was, I suppose you see that sort of thing these days more often than then. This was unusual, and certainly unusual to have it done for a beaten side.